Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well. And today we're going to be doing kind of a fun video in honor of my grandpa. We're going to be taking a look at my grandpa's EDC. Obviously, EDC was not a thing when he was around, but I am very, very fortunate to have some of the things that he carried on him every day. So I'm going to be showing those in this video. So my grandpa passed away back in 2012. This is me, my dad, and my grandpa. This is a place we used to go when I was a kid. We went camping up in, it was a town called Sugar Pine, and it was like this mountain men getaway. It was like a Christian type thing. You go to church, go fishing, stuff like that. It was a really, really cool thing me and my dad would do every year. And one year we took my grandpa. So my grandpa's name was Don. It's my dad, Scott, and me. So I don't really remember that much about my grandpa. He was pretty young, or I was pretty young when he passed. But the things I do remember, he was a pretty serious guy. There was just a few things that made him laugh, but he was a very, very hardworking man. And yeah, so we're gonna be taking a look at some of the things he carried in his pockets. All right, so this is basically it. This is everything that my grandpa had on his person every single day. He had a money clip, just a regular old leather bifold wallet, a watch, and a pocket knife. Some backstory on my grandpa. He's originally from Chicago, Illinois, and before he moved out to California with my dad and his whole family, he sold acoustical ceilings for a company called Airtight. And that was back in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, somewhere around there. But he actually moved my dad and his three siblings to California. He opened up the first McDonald's in Modesto, California. So my grandpa was basically a businessman, mainly operating in the food industry. So my whole entire family has been involved with McDonald's. All of my siblings, my dad, all of us have worked at McDonald's once in our lives. That was my first job and pretty much all of my siblings' first jobs. So McDonald's kind of holds a special, sentimental place in my family's hearts, just because, my grandpa was pretty much one of the first operating McDonald's restaurants in California. So that's really, really cool. So basically this is it. Yeah, let's start off with kind of the, I would say not the boring thing, but basic old wallet. So this is his actual wallet. I'm very lucky to have it. This, I don't really know what this brand is. I think it's called Prince Garden. This wallet has been very, very loved over the years. A lot of miles have been put on this thing. It's a just a simple bifold wallet. There's a little secret spot back here for bigger bills. Had a little spot right here for like a house key. There's a little coin pouch right back here. I don't know if you can see that. Two card spots here. Open this up. I'm really worried I'm going to rip this. This is so old. I'm worried I'm going to tear it. And then back here he had pictures of my grandma, kids, grandkids, all that stuff. So yeah, very, very lucky to have this. Again, I'm not really totally sure of this brand, Prince Garden. If you know what this is, let me know in the comments. So next up, he had his money clip. And this was something that I was super, super excited to inherit from him. I always thought this thing was just really, really cool. I absolutely love the design on this thing. It's almost got like an abalone. I'm pretty sure that is abalone. It's got like this kind of Southwest type of, vibe. It's got the cactuses. It's got like a little pyramid type thing here. It's just a really, really cool design. I'm not sure if this is made out of silver or anything. I'm not totally sure on the materials. My dad didn't really know. But yeah, so it's got like a abalone look to it, kind of glistens off the light. It's a really, really, really cool money clip. But yeah, he had this on him all the time. He primarily dealt with, cash. He wasn't really a big card guy. He had his one American Express credit card, but besides that, he was usually dealing cash. So yeah, really, really cool little money clip, and super, super fortunate to have that as well. So this is his pocket knife. This is a old school case slip joint. I believe this is called the slimline trapper, if I'm not mistaken. So it's got kind of this like synthetic brown bone handle. And if we zoom in here, you can kind of see, I think this is like a late 70s, early 80s year that case made. But I could be wrong. If you guys know what year that is, let me know. I did look this up one time on like a case, knife dating forum, I guess you could call it. And I think I ended up finding out it was from like the late 1970s, early 80s. So just a very, very simple slip joint. Very simple. It still has really good walk and talk. After all these years, it's got a nice snap. And there's very, very little, gapping in the back. Pretty much no blade play. It's a very, very thin, slicey blade. Nice clip point. And I actually did recently resharpen this thing, so it's got a pretty good edge right now. But yeah, it's just a very comfortable knife. And this is all my grandpa needed. He was a businessman, so opening boxes and stuff like that, he wasn't doing anything too crazy. So really, really cool that I also have this. And then this was kind of, this was my grandpa kind of showing off. This was a really, really fancy watch, and he actually inherited this from his dad. This is a 1960 Ernest Borel kaleidoscope watch. I recently showed this thing in my last watch collection video. You can watch that up here. But basically, yeah, I said that this was my great grandpa's watch. Now, my grandpa's watch that he wore kind of more recently before he passed was this one. This was a Seiko chronograph. This is like a 2003 model. So he had this, in his later years. But he had this, a good majority of his life. My great grandpa died in 1969. So I think my grandpa got this around that time. It's a really, really cool watch. I'm not totally sure on the materials of this. I don't know if anything is like real gold or silver or whatever. I know that this is a really, really cool, expensive watch. It's a manual wind, and it's called the kaleidoscope because if you twist it, it looks like you're looking through a kaleidoscope, which is really, really cool. And you can kind of see the spring going there after I gave that a little wind. So this thing has definitely stood the test of time. An absolute gem of a watch. And I do wear this every now and then. If I'm going out to like a really nice dinner, I'll usually throw this thing on. And it's really, really sentimental. Knowing that this was my great grandpa's, then my grandpa's. My dad even used it for a little bit, but my dad's not really much of a watch guy. But knowing that it's, gone back 3 generations, it's just really, really cool. So I absolutely love this watch. And that's basically it. So very, very simple. Nothing tactical, nothing crazy. Very, very simple. Knife, wallet, watch, money clip. So that's basically it. I'm probably not going to be able to find any of this online. What I can find, I'll link in the description. I can probably only find the case. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the money clip, the wallet. I'll do some reverse image searching on Google and try to find these for you guys. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys like this video. If you guys want to see another video like this, my dad's EDC, whatever, I'll try to have my dad get in a video or something. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.